Okay, so here's a little breakneck rundown on triangle proofs review. Just going to kind of summarize the stuff that we've done this unit. So the things you need to know. You have to be able to prove or know the 5 triangle congruences, the 3 triangle similarities, the formats of the 2-column proof, the flowchart proof, and then, of course, the vocab. So I've got a couple questions here for you to go through. And actually, if it was me, I would pause, do the problems, and then come back and see how you did. Because at this point, this is review. We've already done all of the stuff like this. So question number 1, we're going to identify if the triangles are congruent. If so, we're going to state why. So state why is one of the 5 reasons that I listed out. So the side, angle, side, so on and so forth. And then write a congruence statement. A congruent statement is about the triangles themselves. So triangle 1, 2, 3 is congruent to triangle 4, 5, 6, something like that. So go ahead and pause, see if you can do these 3 problems, and then come back and check. Okay, so double check your answers against mine. The first one is definitely going to be angle, side. You'll notice that we've got 2 angles marked one side. Side's not trapped between them. And then as a reminder, think about the way that we named our triangles last time we met, or a couple times ago. So start at a marker and then think of the direction that you're going to be tracing over the markers. Just so you know, these aren't the only names that you could come up with. But I chose CAB, so starting at the single that I went, so single moon, then moon with a tick, and then the tick mark. So I would start at the single moon, T, moon with tick mark, S, and then over the tick marked side, so R. So CAB, TSR. B, we do have hypotenuse leg on this one. Otherwise, it would be angle side, which it doesn't guarantee that the triangles are congruent. That's something that you're going to be talking about in future classes. So we do have hypotenuse leg, and then remember, follow the markers here. Part C, this is a no. If you take a look at the very first triangle, it's marked as angle, side. If you take a look at the other triangle, it's marked as angle, side, angle. So not necessarily congruent to each other. Okay, next problem, want to be able to complete the proof. So some of the pieces are already filled in. Your job is to try to fill in the rest of them. So it is situations like these where you definitely need to know your vocabulary for this and how each of the bubbles flow down to the next one. So pause it, see how you do. Okay, so double check yours against mine. I did go through and mark up the triangle as I was going through and identifying things. I also tried color coding them. So the first thing was given. I didn't have to mark anything. Actually, I couldn't mark anything in the picture. But then because of the definition of midpoint, the next bubble down, I could say that ST and ET are congruent to each other. I wrote it in orange. I marked it in orange. So you can kind of follow my color coding here of what I did. But we do get angle, side on this one. Okay, moving on to the next one. Now we're going to be same idea, except now we're proving that the triangles are similar to each other. So give this one a shot, see how you can do. Okay, so go ahead and double check your answers, see how you did. I did write down for the orange component, so what I color coded is orange. You can say division or you can say computation. Either of them are going to be correct. Okay, and then moving on to our last one for this review. Remember to go back and review the previous videos, take a look at your notes, take a look at our warm-ups. Exit tickets are a great thing to review as well. So here we've got a statement reason proof that you're going to have to fill in all of the reasons. So this really is going to be a test of your vocabulary specifically. My recommendation is as you're going through and identifying things in the picture, you might want to mark it up as you go. I think it might be a little bit more helpful. Okay, go ahead and double check your proof against mine. And I hope that this serves as a little bit of review or more practice, basically. Key components, though, definitely for this chapter and the last chapter is vocabulary. You have to know what the vocabulary actually means and or does for you. Remember, there were practice worksheets that were given earlier this chapter, so that might be something that you want to work on. And then all of the stuff that we have done prior to this is great resources for review.